Hello, I'm here today with the founder of Empire Business Brokers, Mr. Nick Golyusa. Hello, Nick.
Hi, Catherine. Thank you for having me on your show.
You're very welcome. So, Nick, tell me how you got into the field of business brokerage.
I'd be more than happy to. Basically, what I'd like to do is to take you and the audience back a number of years, back to 1972 when I was a junior in college. As only a junior in college, I started the Little Children's Summer Camp program just outside of Buffalo, New York, in a state campground that I leased part of the campground from. And within 2 years, I became very successful at running the children's summer camp to the point where I began to franchise that company around the country. And I built that children's camp franchise into a chain of 98 franchises. I then sold that company off, and I looked around for my next career. And in doing that research, I bought a copy of Entrepreneur Magazine, and in that article, I read an article in Entrepreneur Magazine about the field of business brokerage. Within the context of that article, two things appealed to me about the field of business brokerage, which still holds true today, by the way. One is business brokers were making a whole lot of money selling other people's businesses for a 10% commission. And today, the average selling price of a business is over $300,000. So 10% of that is over a $30,000 paycheck on average every time you sell a business. So that certainly is very lucrative. You don't need a whole lot of sales to earn a lot of well into six-figure income at $30,000 commission checks. The second thing in that article that appealed to me was there was a broker that took an equity position, an ownership position in over 100 different businesses, and they did that by forgiving the seller their commission if and only if a buyer was willing to give them a part equity position in the new company that buyer was buying. That allows the buyer to come up with a lot less down payment money because there's no commission to be paid to the broker by the seller. And so, again, the broker traded a paycheck for an equity position in this new business that was being purchased. So that appealed to me. And I've done that many times myself with a lot of different businesses. So in 1981, I opened up Empire Business Brokers. Ran that company all the way through 1989 when I began to expand that around the country, just like I had done with the children's summer camps. Lo and behold, in the mid-1980s, Entrepreneur Magazine again, along with other magazines like Success Magazine, began to rank Empire Business Brokers as the #1 business brokers company in the entire country. And so that's how I got into it, basically from reading an article in Entrepreneur Magazine.
Well, if an individual were thinking about getting into the field of business brokerage, why should they choose your firm instead of your competitors?
That's a great question and very pointed. This is what the audience probably wants to know. Why join Empire Business Brokers instead of one of my competitors? Basically, number one, they get trained from someone who has over 30 years of experience in this industry. I do all the training not only for every one of our new office owners who become affiliated with Empire Business Brokers, but I also make available training to every one of the agents that join their firms. They need to be trained as business brokers as well. I provide that training. I give ongoing support to both the new office owners and their agents. And it's not just me. I have a staff in the office of experienced business brokers who can also do that same mentoring. So first line of communication is with me when they're working on a deal and they need assistance, they need training, ongoing support. I do all of that. 30 plus years of experience. That's the first reason you would join. Second reason you would join is strictly financial. My competitors charge $40,000, $44,000, and $45,000 to join their firms. I charge in the mid-teens to join my firm. Then, ongoing fees, we charge a quarterly fee to remain a member, affiliated member of the Empire Business Broker chain. My competitors take monthly fees, they take a percentage of your gross sales. I don't do any of that, none of that. We earn our money from doing deals with you, providing other ways of you making money, which is another reason why you would want to join our firm, is we are not just one-dimensional like my competitors. They are just focused on listing and selling businesses, that's it. So if they don't sell a business this month, there's no income. With Empire Business Brokers, we have 6 different profit centers, we call them, 6 different ways of making money, one of which is business brokerage. And that is our core business. That's where we make the most of our money. But what about that lean month when you didn't sell a business and there's no income, and your husband and wife, your spouse, is saying to you, hey, when are we going to get another paycheck? Okay? Well, the other paycheck comes fairly often when you have 6 different profit centers to earn money from. For example, core business, business brokerage. Then we added a profit center of franchise sales. If I have a buyer sitting in front of me who's in my Empire office, and we're talking about the listings we have for sale, the local listings for sale, and none of our local listings appeal to that buyer. They can't afford it, it's in a field that they don't care to own a business in, etc. Why not be able to show them franchises? We have almost 200, well over 100 franchises that we have signed up with our company, and we add more all the time, that allow we business brokers to bring a buyer to the table to buy a brand new franchise. And they pay finder's fees to we brokers of 10 grand minimum. Usually it's $15, $20, $22, $25,000 finder's fees that are paid to we brokers to bring one buyer to the table that buys one franchise from them. So that became our second profit center. We also do franchise development work. If we're speaking to a business owner and we're prospecting to get a listing and they don't want to sell, we're not dead in the water as Empire. What if they say, I'm looking to expand my company? Well, let's ask them, have you ever considered franchising by franchising your company, expanding your company via franchising it? We can do franchise development work. We'll take them and we'll do all the legal work, the 20 pounds of paperwork that is required for them to be able to sell franchises. So we'll do that work. But coupled with that, we'll also help them sell their franchises through our network of business brokerage offices all over the country and all over the world. So franchise development became a third profit center. We do commercial loans in our office. We have a proprietary software program that literally matches a borrower with the type of loan that they're trying to secure. And in our database, we have not only all of the commercial banks in the country, who, by the way, are under very severe government regulations to make very safe loans. So therefore, they aren't making very risky loans. They make safe loans because they're regulated, highly regulated. But we deal with pension funds. We deal with insurance company money. We deal with wealthy individuals, none of which are under the same federal regulations that the commercial banks are. That became another profit center. In a nutshell, we have a multitude of profit centers, 6 of them in total, that our office owners and agents make money from their core business of business brokerage.
Wonderful. How do our viewers learn more about Empire Business Brokers?
I would certainly invite a phone call in the office. I'll give you that phone number in a second. But firstly, I would invite them to go to our website. The website is www.empirebb.com. That is www.empireebb.com. Then give us a call in the office. Ask for myself, Nick Galiuzza, again, founder of the company, over 30 years of business brokerage experience. I'm going to be the one that's going to train you to be a business broker if you decide to join Empire. If you get an agent in the office and you care to talk to the agent rather than myself initially, please feel free to talk to the agent. The office phone number is area code 716-240-2544. Again, the office number, 716 area code, 240-2544. We're headquartered in Buffalo, New York, so it's East Coast time. Feel free to call us anytime from 9 a.m. all the way on through 6 o'clock, Monday through Saturday. We do take the liberty of being closed on Sundays, but it's a great profession, and we invite your inquiry. Let's see if it's the right profession for you, first of all, and secondly, let's find out if Empire Business Brokers is the right fit for you. So please give us a call, and let's get the ball rolling. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick. It was very informative.
Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate being on the show.
You're welcome.